Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this new ENRICH in China webinar. Our topic today will be the rise of artificial intelligence-driven software and the opportunities for European companies on the Chinese market. This webinar is part of the webinar series Landing Softly in China. My name is Marion Perrin. I'm working at EBN, the European Business and Innovation Center Network. We are consortium members of the ENRICH in China project. Our speaker today is Laura Rampazzo, who is International Project Director at Topview and Beijing Software Enterprises Advisory Center. Those organizations are one of the 5 soft landing zones, ENRICH in China soft landing zones in China. Laura will present you artificial intelligence and software markets in China, give you the latest data, insights, and future trends on the subject. She will also talk about Topview expertise and the services delivered to ENRICH in China clients. We will end this webinar by a Q&A session. Please remember that you are all muted, so feel free to ask all the questions you have via the question box on your panel control, and I will read them to Laura at the end of the presentation. Before starting the actual presentation and giving the floor to Laura, I would like to take this opportunity to give you the list of our next ENRICH in China webinars. So as you can see on your screen, we have 3 of them coming up very soon, and we will have even more during the month of May, specifically targeting the COVID-19 topic. All the information is on our ENRICH in China website, as well as the registration links for those webinars. Finally, here are upcoming ENRICH in China activities. We have launched a call for innovative companies with solutions dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. We offer to provide them with financial investment opportunities thanks to our network of global investors. There will be also an innovation contest organized in June, most probably online, covering 3 industries: artificial intelligence, cyberspace, and biotech. And finally, you can find all our COVID-19 related news, such as information on research funding calls, innovation challenges, etc., on our website, www.china.enrichcenters.eu. So I think it's time now to start the actual presentation, and I'll give the floor to Laura. But last but not least, the presentation that Laura will be given will be displayed in the handout sections. That you can see on your screen. So Laura, I'll give you the floor now. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marion, and thank you, ENRICH, for this wonderful opportunity to share some information about the AI and software market in China. So my name is Laura Rampazzo. I work for Topview Consulting Group, which is one of the 5 ENRICH soft landing zones. We are based in China and in Europe as well. So as Marion already introduced, we are going to speak about the AI and software markets in China. And then we're going also to give you some more information about Topview, about all the services that we provide to ENRICH clients. I think we can move to the next slide. The first part is going to give us a little bit of an introduction of the AI and software markets in China. We're going to share some of the latest figures, some of the current trends, and future developments of the market. Session number 2, it's about Topview Consulting Group. So our main services, what we do in Topview, and how we can support European companies that are looking for business opportunities in China. Last section is gonna be a section about business opportunities for European companies, specifically in Hebei province. Our company is headquartered in Beijing, but we also have a representative office in Hebei. So as Hebei province is still not as well known as Beijing, I've dedicated the last session also to give a little bit of an insight of what are the main business opportunities that you can have if your company wants to do business in Hebei province. Moving to the next slide, we are going to start with the AI, artificial intelligence and software markets in China. So we will start with current trends and latest figures. Well, as for the end of 2018, China had around 3,341 AI enterprise, which accounts for actually more than 1/5 of the world total of artificial intelligence companies. Always in 2018, the size of China's artificial intelligence market reached 33.9 billion renminbi, and the compound annual growth rate was more than 44% between 2015 and 2018. And by 2020, the market size is expected to reach 71 billion renminbi. As for the largest share, computer vision applications is the field that has the largest share in China's artificial intelligence market, with around $750 million in 2018, while other fields like security and surveillance or facial recognition in finance were also the two most common scenarios in which artificial intelligence are being used. China in 2018 remained for the 6th year in a row the world's largest buyer of industrial robots. This is mainly because in recent years China has been looking to take the lead in the field as part of the government Made in China 2025 initiative. Moving to the next slide, also the artificial intelligence related companies established in 2018 mainly belong to security, speech interaction and healthcare fields, fields that have strong market demand and quite mature technology applications. To give some more numbers, artificial intelligence companies at the moment in China are mainly concentrated in first and second tier cities and in coastal areas. So Beijing, Shanghai, Hangzhou, Shenzhen, they all rank among the top 20 in the world, in the whole world, for the quantity and industrial output of artificial intelligence companies. In 2018, China had more than 60 artificial intelligence tech parks, which have surely grown pretty much in the last 2 years. Let us also remember that industrial parks here in China, they usually have preferential policies specifically to attract artificial intelligence companies, for instance, rental subsidies and tax concessions. So if we look at the map below, we can see that the city with most artificial intelligence companies was Beijing with 395. Then we have Shanghai with 210, we have Shenzhen with 119, Hangzhou with 63, and Guangzhou with 46. Moving to the next slide, we have some future developments. Well, as for future developments, the market scale of artificial intelligence in China is expected to reach 71 billion yuan in 2020. And also the AI market in China is expected to reach $11.9 billion by 2023. Moving always focusing on the AI and software markets in China, we are going to go very briefly through the different types of artificial intelligence that we mainly have in China. The first type is machine learning. Then we have natural language processing expert systems. Then, of course, robotics, computer and machine vision, and speech. So these are the 5 main types of artificial intelligence in China. For every type I've listed here what are, let's say, the top players. Of course, let us remember these are just the top players. Of course, there is much, much more. And the main application fields. As for machine learning, top players are Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. Main application fields are online search, data security, smart cars, and healthcare. These are the main industries in which machine learning AI technologies are applied. As for natural language processing expert systems, main players are Microsoft, Sogu, iFlyTech, AI Speech, and again Alibaba. Main application fields, intelligent search, machine translation, retail, spam detection, finance, and Q&A. As for robotics, the top players are STEP, Xiaosun, Estune, and Topstar. These are just, as I said before, just few players because in China there is much, much more. AI companies are growing every day. Main application fields, we have industrial robots, robots that are used for the industry, robots that are used in the service fields for different type of services, and then specialized robots. After that, we have computer and machine vision. Top players that we mention are AHK Vision, Zhejiang Dahua, Beijing MacV, CloudWalk, E2 Network, Second to None, and AD-Link. And main application fields are security image analysis, advertising and marketing, pan-financial authentication, internet entertainment, and smartphones. Last but not least is speech. We have as main players iFlyTech, again Baidu, Apple, and Nuance. Main application fields are dictation systems, domestic appliances, language teaching, intelligent toys, industry and medical telephone queries, smart devices, or automobile voice control. Also, artificial intelligence driven softwares and generally artificial intelligence technologies have found application in several industry fields in China. Moving to the next slide, yes. For instance, we have listed 10 main industries in which artificial intelligence right now are very developed. The first one is the most recent one, fighting COVID-19. Actually, China has been using lately and developing a lot of artificial intelligence technologies and artificial intelligence softwares in order to fight the battle against COVID-19. Then a lot of AI softwares and AI technologies are also used mainly in China in the beauty industry, in the new retail industry, in supermarkets, for instance, in the manufacturing industry, in transportation, of course, in food and beverage, with the first restaurants that are fully run by robots, in video games industry, in the industry of advertisement, in hospitality as well, with some robotics hotel, and then also by public institutions as well. We have decided to give you some examples of AI-driven softwares that have been recently developed as for the battle against COVID-19. So we have decided to highlight, due to the current situation, of course, we have decided to focus more on this field. So China has the first example is facial recognition and infrared scanners. This is the first example of cutting-edge AI software technologies that were implemented by China to defeat COVID-19. The Chinese company that developed this system is called MacV. It's a Chinese AI company. They specialized, of course, in facial recognition, exactly. And in February 7th, they announced they had built a solution that integrates body detection, face detection, and dual sensing via infrared cameras and visible lights. Basically, it's a new temperature detection system, which has been supported by the Chinese Ministry of Science and Technology. And it was first used at a subway station in Beijing, in Haidan District, on February 4th. So this system, you can see the picture, is basically able to simultaneously check the body temperature of 15 people every second. So it is very useful, especially in the subway, as it was used in the first place, where there is very fast coming and going of a big amount of people. So, and even when masks or hats cover people's faces, they're still able to check the body temperature in an appropriate way. So this was the first example. Then we also have another AI software that was developed by the famous Alipay, which is called the Alipay Health Code. This is another example of the usage of big data to implement epidemic control. It was launched at the end of February. It's basically a QR code. As you can see from the photo, it's a QR code, and it's now used in more than 200 cities across China. And you can access it simply through the app Alipay, which is an app that almost everybody who lives in China has. So the QR code can be of 3 different colors. It can be green, like in the photo, it can be yellow, or it can be red. And it basically indicates the health status of the people. So if the QR code is green, that means you are allowed to have free access all over the city. You can basically access any public place, you can go anywhere. If the QR code is yellow, then it means you have to go through a 7-day quarantine, or you're actually going through a quarantine, while the red one requires a 14-day quarantine. So it can also allows you to and other people to see the stage, the level of your quarantine. Then we have moving to the next slide. We have smart CT scans. Smart CT scans, it's a new technology as well from the coronavirus in China, and also include capabilities to read computed tomography CT scans. CT scans are of the chest are one of the critical methods in diagnosing COVID-19. So this technology was developed by Alibaba together with Ping An, which is the biggest health insurance company in China. And they have basically developed a smart image reading system, as you can see from the photo, that can deliver results in just 15 seconds. And it has an accuracy rate above 90%, which is quite excellent. So this type of advancement significantly speeds up the process, because in this way radiologists, they can spend up to usually they can spend up to 15 minutes reading a CT image of a patient that is suspected of contracting COVID-19. But now, instead of 15 minutes, it takes 15 seconds. So it's an example of technology, of AI technology, that allows to control epidemics. Then another example, moving to the next slide. is Baidu AI technology. Baidu has created an application that provides real-time information about the outbreak of COVID-19. Basically, it includes the confirmed cases, number of confirmed cases, number of suspected cases, and cases in critical condition, cases that were cured, and deaths for each city. And the map feature on the app also shows precisely where in each city there are active cases. So it's quite, let's say, it's a portal that we can use here in China to be anytime perfectly up to date with the situation and the spread of the virus. Moving to the next slide, these are two examples of cutting-edge AI software technologies that are not used for the battle against COVID-19, but they are more for the food and beverages and for the retail industry fields, but they're quite interesting. The one on the left is from KFC. So KFC uses data basically to predict the choices of customers. So thanks to an intelligence software that basically assembles all the customers' faces and their previous choices. Like this, KFC is able to offer a choice that is adapted to each customer. And the facial recognition technology was developed in partnership with Baidu. Then on the right side, our last example of cutting-edge AI software technology is the customer traffic recognition. This is a technology, a software that is used basically in shops and supermarkets, so for the retail industry. So basically, customer traffic recognition can identify the flow density of consumers in a store, in a shop, and draw a heat map through real-time monitoring, calculating the most popular goods and services to understand what is the behavior of the consumers. So this is what we have collected so far to give a little bit of an overview of the artificial intelligence market in China and software market in China, which is, as we said, a market that is continuously growing and continuously evolving in the country. And it has been very interesting how, especially with the spread of COVID-19, how artificial intelligence was able to fit and to control the pandemic. So moving to the second section of our presentation, this is more about us, about Topview Consulting Group. We want to show you briefly what are the main services that we offer, what is the core business of our company. So let us start from the first slide where, first of all, Topview is a professional knowledge service firm which is specialized in providing a full spectrum of customized and commercial solutions for international clients, mainly European clients, that are planning to either enter the Chinese market or to expand their interest on the Chinese market. Topview was first founded in 1999. So we have been on the consulting market for more than 20 years. And we have, with 20 years of experience, we can fully understand what are the main obstacles and cultural differences as well that basically stand between Europe and China when a European company wants to set up a business in China. We are basically a leading international event management company. We organize large-scale EU-China conferences, workshops, B2B events, business and investment forums. We are also a prestigious initiator of international cooperation projects. For instance, with our sister company, Beijing Software Enterprise Advisory Center, we have been the first Chinese private company to do EU-funded projects funded by the European Union. And of course, we are also a professional advisor of market entry. So one of our core expertise is to help European companies who are planning to enter the Chinese market, but they do not know what is the best way to follow. Moving to the next slide and talking exactly about advisor for market entry. Topview uses what we call the 4E full package service model. And the 4E model represents not only the complete full range of services and opportunities for our clients, but also a commitment from our side to all our clients, because from the first evaluative steps to the expansion into the Chinese market, Topview is committed to help our clients to enter and grow in the market. So basically, we do not offer simply a direction on how to enter the market, but we offer a full consulting cycle, which means that once we have identified and we have helped you finding what is the best way to enter the market, we are also willing to continue supporting you, helping you finding the most suitable potential partners in China. We are also willing to mediate, approaching them on your behalf, mediate for you, be with you during all the business negotiation, all your business trips in China. And we offer a full cycle of services until what you are hoping to reach in China has been reached. So basically, our 4E model, it's divided into 4 different sections. There is evaluation, entrance, execution, and expansion. So we start with market research, entry strategy, and visiting programs. So to evaluate what is the best way to, for your specific case, to enter the Chinese market according to the business field, according to the type of cooperation you're looking for in China. Then we move to pre-feasibility studies, study tour, business matchmaking, and post-visit follow-up, always to facilitate the entrance on the market. Then through feasibility studies, site selection, corporate registration, and HR support, we help you concretely in setting up your business in China. So once the market has been entered, the connection has been made, the right way has been found, we help you concretely also to establish your business in China. So if you have to set up a company, if you need support from even financial consulting support, we can take care of all the procedure for you. Then the last step of our consulting is expansion. So we take care of event management, promotional, PR, brand strategy, and so on, for you to be able to increase your visibility on the Chinese market as well. Moving to the next slide, why Topview? What are our competitive advantages as a consulting company? In China, there are a lot of consulting companies. There are many consulting companies also in Europe. What has Topview to offer? First of all, EU-China expertise. We have more than 15 years of experience in EU-China cooperation projects. And because of that, we are uniquely placed to facilitate collaborative efforts between Chinese and European companies. The second reason is contacts and networking. That's because Topview, as a company, grants all our clients, access to different local connections that we have. So no matter the industry field you belong to, thanks to a wide network that we have built over 20 years of international projects, we can introduce you also to Chinese key players, both on governmental and on private sites. And this is for sure an important benefit that is ensured to all our clients and that can make the difference. Because we're able also to connect you to the right opportunity and the right connections on Chinese side, both on a governmental or a private side. Also, we offer consulting that is 100% customized, so fully tailor-made according to the specific need of your company, because every company has different needs in China. Everybody's looking for something different, and every company's situation is also not the same. So we do not offer standard packages of consulting, but we, for every client, we provide a tailor-made offer of consulting, which is the reason why at the beginning we ask to understand more about your company, to understand what are your expectations in China, what are your needs, so to be able to provide a package, a consulting package that is for you. Also, we offer an international team. Topview has both a European and a Chinese team working in the different branches of our company. So, and we all have deep experience in helping European companies landing their business in China. Moving to the next slides about our branches and locations. We are headquartered in Beijing, the Chinese capital, but we do have also 2 branch offices. The first one is in the city of Shijiazhuang, which is the capital of Hebei province. And then we also have an office since 2017 in Germany, in Frankfurt. And we built that office in order to be closer also to our European clients. So moving to the next slide, I'm going to be quite fast because I already mentioned most of the services. Our services and our core expertise. Well, the first services that we offer is market research. As we said, we offer customized research reports, tailor-made, fully tailor-made, to meet the exact requests and strategic needs of the European clients. So we're talking about customized research reports. Then we offer Chinese market entry strategy analysis with a comprehensive focus on breaking into the Chinese market. So the first type of service we can offer is market research. The second one, moving to the next slide, is business facilitation. So we offer preliminary services in preparation for an upcoming or a potential project in China. We offer market entry and implementation services to facilitate the execution of foundational projects in China, or expansion services supporting organic business development, partnership, mergers, acquisitions, and so on. Moving to the next slide, the third type of service we offer is coordinative management. So design, develop, and implement cross-border projects under the close consultation of experienced Chinese partners. And also we are an event management company as well. This is something we have been doing since 1999, since the foundation of Topview. We have been organizing big international events like B2B events, matchmaking events for European clients that are looking into expand their interest on the Chinese market, get to know more potential partners, and also big conferences as well with our EU projects. Here you can see in the next slide, you can see just some photos of previous big EU-China events that we have organized. Some of them are within a new funded project that is called Dragonstar Plus. Topview was one of the partners of Dragonstar Plus. It was funded by Horizon 2020. And then some others are in cooperation with the Italian Trade Agency. We have been organizing in the past for the Italian Trade Agency a lot of B2B events for Italian companies coming to China to look for potential cooperation. So when we talk about B2B events, we have cooperated both with private companies, but also with governmental and public institutions as well. Then the last service, we offer also consulting services within the technology transfer field. So we are a professional company dedicated to the service of technology transfer between the market of China and overseas. So we can help also if you have a technology, if you're looking for partners in China, we can assist you also in that. We have actually quite a lot of experience with the technology transfer. We have some best practices as well that I'm going to share with you later about companies that we have successfully helped, and now the technology is fully available in China. Moving to the next slide, as I said, with our sister company, Beijing Software Enterprise Advisory Center, we have become a leading Chinese partner in terms of EU-funded projects from Framework Program 5 until Horizon 2020. We have so far taken part to 8 EU projects. Moving to the next slide. This is, we said before that one of the advantages about Topview, one of the added values we can offer to all our clients is the connections that we also have in China on a governmental level. So at the moment, we boast ongoing cooperation with the following governmental institutions. We are official partner of the Hebei Provincial Department of Commerce. So we act as a Europe and China-based contact point to organize all the business visits in Europe for Hebei governmental representatives as per their needs and priorities. Then we also have an official cooperation, ongoing cooperation with the Hebei Pharmaceutical Industry Association. The main aim of this partnership is to identify potential German and European business partners in accordance with the specific requirements of the Hebei Pharmaceutical Industry Association and facilitate both sides, let's say, to establish initial contacts. We are also official partner of the Shijiazhuan Investment Promotion Bureau. We are their official agent, and the main goal is to foster international cooperation in Shijiazhuan. So we basically connect the Shijiazhuan Investment Promotion Bureau with suitable business cooperation opportunities in Europe. And as a municipal, this I would like to specify, as a municipal government work department, the Shijiazhuan Investment Promotion Agency is responsible for the introduction of domestic capital and foreign capital in the city of Shijiazhuan. It is committed to introducing investment projects as well and talent teams in line with the positioning and the industrial policy in Shijiazhuan. Among their main services, there is also the one of providing high-quality services for foreign investors developing business in Shijiazhuan, or also for foreign companies looking for investment or for any type of local partner in Shijiazhuan. Then we also have a partnership with the local government of Changzhou City, which is another city in Hebei province. We have recently signed a contract with them for the creation of a Sino-German medical and healthcare ecological park, a leisure and tourism park, and an international car amusement park. Of course, Topview is a consulting company, so in such projects, our role is the one of project coordinator, let's say. So we work from a Chinese side with the local government of Changzhou City, who has given us the the land, let's say, and the permission, and then we work with European companies that are subcontractors to provide the specific services that they have asked for. And then this is our most recent cooperation. We have recently signed cooperation with the North China Pharmaceutical Group. North China Pharmaceutical Group is the biggest pharmaceutical group in China, and they have over 45 years of experience in the pharmaceutical field, with more than 18,000 employees. It's the biggest pharmaceutical company in China. And we are their official partner for the development of a new China portal that aims to connect Chinese suppliers of medical and pharmaceutical products to worldwide buyers. Moving to the next slide. Well, you can see here simply some photos taken of some signing ceremonies with all the governmental bodies that we have just mentioned, our signing ceremonies. Moving to the next slide, what can we specifically offer to ENRICH clients? Well, as you probably understood from the presentation, there is a quite varied possibility of consulting services that we can offer. In particular, we have tried just to list some of them, but of course, any other service within business facilitation or consulting support as per client needs and requests is also possible. So we can offer domestic market research services, introduction to Chinese key players from governmental side if you have an ongoing project that you wish to promote in China, or if you have any type of cooperation you're looking for in China, introductions to relevant potential partners in China, support for follow-up meetings with potential partners in China, because we know that one of the main obstacles is also the language and the cultural barrier when doing business in China. So we have a team of European and Chinese experts, so we are completely able to be for you that bridge you need in order to connect you and to understand your Chinese counterpart. We offer technology transfer assistance. We offer event organization to build market image and promote business, information about local funding schemes and their conditions for international cooperation, IPR briefing, finance briefing, visa support, and assistance with import-export laws, just to mention some. But of course, according to your need, we are willing also to and able to guide you in any way if you need to enter the Chinese market or if you want to land your business opportunity in China. In the next slide, we have listed some of the most important, let's say, examples of best practices of companies, European companies that Topview has successfully helped entering the Chinese market. The first one is Merus. Merus is a German company. They have developed an innovative technology for water treatment. And Topview helped Merus to start distributing its products all over China, and up to now they're sold all over the Chinese market. Then the second example is REFA. REFA Association is considered to be Germany's leading association in work design, industrial organization, and company development. Founded in 1924, they take care of consulting and coaching for companies, not only in Germany, but also on international level. The REFA certification is famous not only in Germany, but also in all over Europe for sure, and also in China. And Topview has been one of the first REFA certificate examination centers in China. So we help them raising their brand awareness on a national level. And then another example is Thomson Reuters. Thomson Reuters is they have cooperated. We have helped them to officially introduce what they call the Capability Maturity Model, the CMMI model, in China in 2000. So the CMMI model is a software which is used basically by companies to work in quality and is sponsored by the US Department of Defense. Topview became the most recognized leading consulting firm providing CMMI trainings, consulting, and appraisal services for local companies in China. So these are just 3 examples. Let's say we have much more of companies from Europe that we have successfully helped landing their business in China. Moving to the last session of our presentation, as we said, I would like to conclude talking a little bit about Hebei province, because as you saw from the second section of the presentation, Topview is well established in Hebei province. We have a lot of connections and a lot of ongoing international projects in Hebei province, which is still, I believe, not very well known as a province compared to major first-tier cities like Beijing, Shanghai, or Shenzhen, Guangzhou. When we mention these cities, every European company, we know what we're talking about. But when it comes to Hebei province, still most European companies, they are not fully familiar with the big potential that the area has to offer as for business opportunities for European companies. So moving to the next slide, well, first of all, why Hebei province? First of all, Hebei, the first reason is land. Hebei has more than 400,000 hectares of industrial land, which is close to harbors with a comprehensive land cost equivalent to 1/3 of the average level of China's coastal provinces. The second reason is HR, human resources. Each year, Hebei province counts around 1 million vocational school students, providing wide human resources with a labor cost that is equivalent to 1/3 of the coastal average level. And the third reason is raw materials. Hebei has a lot of rich resources and well-developed raw material and a very well-developed raw material industry. With the cost of major raw materials that is equivalent to 2/3 of the average level of its neighboring provinces. So these are 3 main reasons. The province of Hebei, first of all, is located in northern China. It is very close to the capital, to the Chinese capital, Beijing. It has a surface of 187,693 square kilometers. And as you can see from the map that is in this slide, Hebei province is all the one in orange. So as you can see, the Hebei province literally surrounds the cities of Beijing and Tianjin, which means that Hebei has a very highly strategic location as for its logistics, iron and steel, and heavy manufacturing industry, but also for its position, as it's an integral part of what is called the Jing-Jin-Ji economic zone, which includes Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei. Then moving to the next slide, Shijiazhuang is the capital of Hebei province, Shijiazhuang city, and it's also the largest city in Hebei province. It has an area of totally 15,800 square kilometers. Very interesting. If there is any of the people listening to this webinar today working in the pharmaceutical field, you should be quite interested in knowing that Shijiazhuang is the largest pharmaceutical base in China. But Shijiazhuang is also an important center as for textile, IT, manufacturing, and chemical industries. As for education, there are around 1,561 kindergartens, a lot of primary schools, middle school. The educational system in Hebei and in Shijiazhuang is fully developed. As for universities, there are a lot of grade A universities like Hebei Normal University, Hebei University of Science and Technology, and the Medical University as well. Also for health, they have around 235 hospitals just in the city of Shijiazhuang, and 12 of those are grade A, which are the best available in China, grade A class 3 hospitals, which means the highest quality of hospitals as for public health in China. Moving to the next slide, this is quite interesting. In order to better undertake the industrial transfer from Beijing and Tianjin, and in order also to foster international cooperation and attract foreign companies in Hebei, Shijiazhuang has recently implemented what they call the 4+4 Industry Development Investment Plan. This investment plan has started in 2018 and will last for 5 years, so until 2023, which means that it's still ongoing. And the main aim is to strengthen and optimize 4 industries that are already leading, and these are new generation on info technologies, biomedicine and health, advanced equipment manufacturing, and modern commercial and trade logistics. These are 4 industries, especially the biomedicine and health, that are already very strong in Hebei province. And this investment plan aims to strengthen and optimize them even more. And then the plan also aims to actively foster 4 potential industries in the province, which are energy conservation and environmental protection, finance, science and technology services, and cultural creativity, and tourism. So such investment plan, I believe, is of very important and crucial interest for all those foreign companies that are looking for business opportunities in Hebei, because it allows to understand which industry fields hold more potential within the province, because they will have a strong governmental push, which means that it's easier to do business for that specific field because it has strong governmental support. There is a governmental policy background that is fully supporting the partnership you're trying to achieve. I am not going to say much more about this 4+4 investment plan, industry development investment plan. But if you want more information, I will give you at the end of this presentation all the information you need in order to download our full report that is available on ENRICH website about business opportunities in Hebei province. So over there, you can find for each industry field, we have 8 industry fields, 4+4. For each of them, you can find detailed information about what are the main areas in that industry field that are facilitated, toward which the investments are directed from the government, and how much has been invested, and much more information. Also moving to the next slide very fast, getting ready to conclude, we have also a lot of development zones in Hebei province. There are 9 new development areas, 7 state-level development zones, and 2 state-level export zones as well, and 100 industrial clusters. So this shows us that Hebei is indeed a quite active area. There are also a lot of opportunities within the healthcare field in Hebei province. That's because, as we said, Hebei is the has the strongest pharmaceutical and medical industry in China, especially the pharmaceutical field is the strongest all over the country, which means that there are also a lot of opportunities for European companies in the healthcare field. The area is quite ripe to accept and interact with new Western companies in the healthcare field. Shijiazhuang represents an investment opportunity for healthcare investors and company. The local government of Shijiazhuang, for instance, just to give you an idea, has committed to spend $18 billion over the next 5 years just to develop the landscape of medicine, medical equipment, and healthcare within the city, which means that if you are a healthcare company, if you are a pharmaceutical company, Hebei is really the place in China you may want to consider. If you want more information about business opportunities for European companies in Hebei province, or specifically business opportunities for European companies in Hebei only in the healthcare field, you can check ENRICH website at the section reports. You can see the specific link on the slide you're viewing right now. So ENRICH on the reports section has two reports that were released by Topview. The first one you can see in the photo is emerging business opportunities in Hebei province, and the third one is healthcare in Hebei. So you can also download the full report, because due to, of course, time limitations and restrictions, we said just very, very little than compared to what is in the report. So thank you very much for your attention. I come to the end of my presentation. I hope I'm still on time. And if you need to contact us, these are our emails. You can contact us either with our Chinese branch, which is the first email, or the second one is the German branch. And also you can see our 3 locations, Beijing, Shijiazhuang, and Germany. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to your questions if you have any.
Thank you very much, Laura. So yes, we are going to start our Q&A session now. So please do send us all your questions via the question box on your panel. I see that there are already a couple of questions, so I'm going to start with the first one, which is, do you have any experience with Austrian SMEs involved in applied R&D for autonomous driving?
I think you have to repeat that because I couldn't hear quite clearly. Austrian companies, yes?
Yeah, involved in applied R&D for autonomous driving.
Are they looking for cooperation in China?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so well, generally, I'm going to say this because it might be useful generally for a lot of inquiries that might come in. As for fields of expertise, as for Topview Consulting Services, as we said, we do cooperate a lot with governmental institutions in China. So we really do not have a single field in which we are more able, let's say, to help you. But generally what we do, because we have 20 years of contacts on the Chinese market and on governmental side as well, according to the field that your industry is, we will find suitable partners for you, going through our Hebei Industry Association, governmental association. They are basically those that are able to identify any type of suitable partner for you. So it's a possibility.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Next question now is, do you accept everyone as clients, or do you have strong selection criteria?
Well, generally, we don't have strong selection criteria. This we don't have. Of course, we do have, we're not able to guarantee that we will be able to help you without knowing the case, which is the reason why at the beginning we need we will give you a form. We will have probably also a call to try and understand what are your intentions on the Chinese market. Not only what are your intentions, but also what are your resources in order to achieve that target. So that's important in order for us to understand the feasibility of your ideal business cooperation in China. So let's say that in most cases, yes, we are able to accept any request. Sometimes it might happen that we have to redirect a certain company. Maybe they're planning to achieve a certain thing which is at the moment very hard to find on the Chinese market. So maybe we'll be advising into other type of potential opportunities. So that's also a possibility.
Okay. There is a next question, which is, can you give us a price range for the services you are delivering?
That's very, very hard to give, because, as I said, we give tailor-made services. So there are people that just need a simple market entry report, market research, like how do I enter the Chinese market. There are other clients that are simply looking, they already know how to enter the Chinese market, they need another type of service. So it is hard to give a range of our services, because they're fully tailor-made. But what you can do is you can reach us by email. You can tell us in the email very briefly, like, what do I want to do, this and that, and we can send you a quotation right away. But we have to know your specific case.
Okay, great. Thank you, Laura. It seems like there is no more questions. So I don't know if someone wants to ask something, please do it now, because otherwise we are going to close the webinar. But one thing before you leave, I wanted to remind you that the presentations from Laura can be downloaded from the handouts box in the control panel. And also that right after the webinar, you will receive a follow-up email with a very short evaluation, like survey to complete. So it would be fantastic if you could take 2 minutes of your time to give us your feedback. Yeah, I don't see any more questions, so I think we are going to close the session. So thank you very much, Laura, once again.
Thank you very much for your attention. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and we hope you enjoy the webinar and have a very nice day. Bye.
Bye.